In this example, we're going to be applying the power rule, well, one of the power rules of exponents, which states that if you had, let's say, a over b, if you had a fraction raised to a power, that's the same thing as the numerator raised to that exponent over the denominator raised to the exponent. We're also going to use another one of the power rules that if you add the product of two things, let's say a times b raised to an exponent, then that's equal to the first factor raised to the exponent times the second factor raised to the exponent. So for this first example, if we had 3m to the ninth over 5, all of that cubed, well, for that first rule, that would be the same thing as 3m to the ninth cubed over 5 cubed. And now using that second rule, this will be the same thing as 3 cubed and then m to the ninth cubed. And that's another one of the power rules, that if you had, let's say, a to the m raised to the n, if you have an exponential raised to another power, you multiply the exponent. So it'll be a to the m times n. So this will be m to the 9 times 3, so that'll be m to the 27th, all over 5 cubed. And then simplifying by evaluating those numbers, 3 to the third, that would be 3 times 3 times 3, which would be 27, m to the 27th, all over 5 cubed, that would be 5 times 5 times 5, which would be 125. Now for this next example, if we had the quantity negative 2y cubed over 3 cubed, well, one thing, we have a negative being raised to an odd power, so one thing we do know is that our final answer will still be negative. And so we'll have that negative, and then the numerator raised to the third, so that would be the 2y cubed all over the 3 cubed. So that'll be negative, and then it'll be the 2 cubed y to the third raised to the third, so that'll be y to the ninth all over 3 cubed. So that'll be negative 2 cubed, that's 8, y to the ninth over 3 cubed, which we already said was 27th. Now it's similar for this next one, where we have the same thing, the negative 2y cubed over 3, but now it's raised to the fourth. Now since it's raised to an even power, that if we raise a negative to an even power, all of the negatives would cancel, so it would be positive. So this will be the 2y cubed to the fourth over 3 to the fourth, but like I said, it would be positive. So this will be 2 to the fourth, y cubed to the fourth would be y to the 12th, all over 3 to the fourth, while 2 to the fourth, that's 16, y to the 12th, all over 3 to the fourth, that would be 81.